Hi guys, welcome back to the Makeup Hunter. I'm Laura. In today's video I think we are going to have a nice chilled get ready with me. I've got some new makeup products that I want to try out and a specific look in mind to do, and I just thought we'd have a chat. There's a few things that I have been bothering me lately, and you're like my friends, so I thought I'd just have a chat to you. So if you like the sound of that and you want to see me go from 0 to maybe a 2, then please keep watching. Also, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I say this in every video, but it really does mean the world to me. Every time I get that little notification to say I've got a new subscriber, my heart goes pity-pat. Please like this video, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment. I love getting to know the people in my comments and the people that are subscribed to me. So yeah, let's get on with some makeup and some chit chat. So I have got some new products that I want to play with today, namely the new BH Cosmetics Remix Dance Palettes. They released 3 of these palettes, 80s, 90s and noughties dance palettes. I just got the 80s and 90s. I am a warm neutrals girl at heart. That's the kind of eyeshadow that I love to wear, a warm smoky eye, and these are very colourful for me, but they really spoke to me. This is the 80s remix. It is absolutely stunning. Look at these beautiful bright colours. This top row is absolutely gorgeous. The look I'm going to do today, I think I'm going to use these two. So that's the 80s one. It says girls just want to have fun, and then shadows in brackets. It says on the back, sweet dreams are made of remix dance 80s 15 colour shadow palette. Get down and express yourself with vibrant high impact neons and poppy neutrals, inspired by your fave throwback pair of leg warmers. Each smooth matte and lustrous shimmer offers up one swipe intensity that will make you get into the groove. And the shade names are so fun. You've got things like Love Shack, Manita, Thriller, Super Freak, In the Groove. So yeah, that's the 80s one. I wasn't going to get these palettes. I wasn't, when I very first saw the tease of them, I was like, colourful eyeshadows, not really my cup of tea. But the more I looked at them, the more I was really drawn to them, and I got them on launch day, and I just think they're beautiful. This one is incredibly pretty for spring. This is the 90s one. Lovely sort of everyday neutral row, which I don't need these colours in my collection. I've got so many of them already, but these pastels are so pretty. These 2 shades here, even my mum was like, oh my god, I really love those. You've got shades in here like Hit Me Baby, Too Sexy, La Vida Loca, No Scrubs. So I was born in 1985, so these both speak to me. This one says, oops, we did it again with Remix Dance 90s. 15 colour shadow palette. Get this dance party started with pastel baby pinks, blues and neutral tones, just like your fave pop icon. Each smooth matte and lustrous shimmer offers up one swipe intensity as strong as your major crush on those curly haired poster boys. I was a Take That fan and a Boyzone fan. I went to see Take That, I went to see Boyzone, and I also saw the Spice Girls. Oh, and I also saw UK babies will know the band 5. A local nightclub in the city centre where I'm from was opening up like an under 16s night and had 5 performing, and that was my first introduction into clubbing and, you know, that kind of atmosphere. So yeah, that palette brings back some memories. So in today's video I'm going to be using probably one of those palettes, well definitely one of those palettes. I may pull in my Shop My Stash palette, the It's All Good from Colourpop, for one of the transition shades. The rest of the products I'm going to be mixing between new. I've got a big old bag of brand new products here. Most of these I shared in my drugstore and affordable makeup haul, and I've also got 2 of the new Melt Cosmetics cream blushes, so I think I'll be using one of those today as well. The rest of the items will be from my Shop My Stash. I'll mention what I'm using as I go along, but I did mention in the introduction that I wanted to do like a chit chat, get ready with me. I mentioned in a previous video that I am currently doing a monthly makeup challenge, which I've named April Juicy Fruits Makeup of the Day. It's the hashtag on Instagram is April Juicy Fruits MOTD. I'm trying to do 14 looks throughout April that are inspired by fruit drinks. So far I have done raspberry, mango, pineapple, orange juice, and today I'm going to be doing lemonade, hence the yellow and green shades in those palettes. So you can join in if that's something you'd be interested in. My Instagram is @the_makeup hunter. I've had Marin from the Glam Donut did an orange juice look, and it was really nice to see somebody do my challenge. So if you fancy getting involved, please do. I've got 10 more looks to do. So with my health condition, I don't always wear makeup every day. I sometimes just wear it once a week, but it's sort of pushing me to be more creative, try things that I wouldn't usually, and I'm getting the use out of my Shop My Stash products. So let's start with base. I'm just going to use my primer that I've been really enjoying lately, is this deluxe sample of Milani Prime Perfection. I've stuck this in my Shop My Stash bag and I've been using it each time I do my makeup. There is actually a good amount in here. I think it'll last me a little while. I don't use a huge amount because I've got, you know, a really good skincare routine, and I've made sure my skin's nice and hydrated already. I'm just going to use the mirror that's in my Morphe X Jaclyn Hill palette. And the foundation that I'm going to be using is my Makeup Forever Ultra HD stick. I have a video coming soon, it may already be up, of my Project Pan introduction and Low Buy introduction. I started my Project Pan privately at the beginning of April. I'm doing 10 products, so this I've used quite a few times. Well, I've used it 4 times since the beginning of April, so this is sort of what I've got left. I am focusing on this foundation. It's really the main foundation that I've put in my Shop My Stash. It's one of the oldest foundations in my collection, so I'm just trying to get some use out of it. Well, finish it up. But like I say, I will have that video. If it's not already up, it'll be up probably the next video that I post. And to blend that in, I'm using the Morphe M439 foundation brush. I love this foundation brush. I was always a sponge girl, but I quite like this foundation with a brush. So as I said, I wanted to talk about a few things in today's video, and this is me being vulnerable. Somebody said to me that vulnerability is beautiful, and it's one thing that I'm trying to work on more. I'm very much a keep quiet and carry on kind of person. With my illness and mental health troubles over the years, I'm not very good at talking about things. I tend to keep a lot of it to myself. The only person I really talk to and open up to is my mom. She is my best friend and the person I trust most in the world. But as I said in the beginning, it kind of feels like when I sit here and turn the camera on, it feels like I'm talking to a friend, and that unfortunately is something I am very much lacking in. I'm very embarrassed to admit this, but I don't have any friends at all. There are people that I am friendly with on social media, but there is nobody that I have in my life that I can sort of go out with or, you know, go for coffee with, really. I'm gonna try today the NYX Born to Glow concealer, and this is the first time I'm trying this, so I'm really hoping I like it. I have got a concealer in my project pan, but I've had this a little while and I've not even took the wrapping off it, so I really want to try it. So yeah, friendship is something that I'm very much lacking in, and it's something that I really do want to work on. One of my goals for, you know, the future is to work on building a social circle. Unfortunately, friends that I've had in the past, I've probably not been the best friend to because of my condition. I've had to let a lot of people down, you know, arrange things and had to let them down, and you know, people get fed up of that and they don't stick around, unfortunately. Anybody with chronic illness probably knows that you can only let some people down so many times before they do one, basically, and they don't want to know anymore, which is totally understandable. I don't hold that, you know, I don't hold it against anybody. People have their own lives and other friends, but I do feel my condition makes me feel extremely isolated. Oh my god, this brush is shedding a lot. Yeah, so the condition makes me feel very isolated, and I split up with my partner around Christmas time, so I really don't have anybody. And this isn't a, you know, feel sorry for me, pity party kind of video. It's just me telling you how I've been feeling, which is lonely. And I also have been feeling scared of the world going back to normal, even though I honestly cannot wait to be able to, you know, go out and do things again. You know, I do go out, I do get to go out when we're allowed to. I go out with my mum a lot, we spend a lot of time together, so I'm not like a recluse or anything, but it would be nice to have, you know, friends to hang out with and, you know, go for coffee and go out for the evening and stuff. But yeah, so I have been feeling a little afraid of the world going back to normal and settling back into a routine. And the reason for that is, over the last year I have no routine at all. My sleep pattern is all over the place. You know, I mean, it's 8 PM in the evening and I've just had a shower and I'm putting some makeup on. I was still awake at 7 AM this morning. I didn't go to sleep until after 7 AM and then I got up at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. My body clock is completely all over the place, and I know I'm not alone in this. I know that there's a lot of people that are struggling. I'm just putting some Elizabeth Arden 8-hour cream on my lips because they're so dry at the moment. I know that an awful lot of people have lost jobs, lost routines. You know, I know I'm very privileged in many ways. Okay, I just went off camera to put my eyeshadow primer on. I've just used the Urban Decay Primer Potion in Sin. This is the shimmery one. My mum gave me that not too long ago and I have been loving it. So yeah, I was saying that there's been quite a lot of adjustments to be made for me and for everybody in the world, and I'm not coping very well. I don't think I've ever been more unhappy with myself than I feel at the moment. I've gained, I'm already a very big girl. I'm a UK size 24 to 26, and over the last 12 months I've gained a stone and I've gone up to a jeans size 28. So I was a couple of years ago in a 24 bottom, this time last year a 26 bottom, and now I'm in a 28, which is absolutely fine. You know, I think a lot of people have gained weight during the pandemic. I'm not, you know, beating myself up for it. There's been a hell of a lot, you know, going on, but I am not very comfortable in myself anymore, which I find really difficult to admit because I've been big all of my life. I was the fat kid in school. I was bullied very badly at primary school and high school, and over the years worked really hard on loving myself and accepting who I was. You know, just because you have a bigger body doesn't mean you aren't worthy of love or worthy of a good life. It's just you take up more space. But people seem to have a huge problem with people that inhabit bigger bodies. So I have worked really hard over the years on being an advocate for body positivity, self-love, self-acceptance, fat acceptance, and being in a position now where I am no longer happy in my body and comfortable in my body is an absolute head fuck. I feel like I'm letting myself down, letting my Instagram followers down, letting the body positivity movement down, letting my younger self down by being so unhappy in my own skin at the moment. And I am blaming a lot of it on my condition, because when you have an illness, that means you are no longer completely able-bodied. It's like being trapped in your own body, and your body becomes a stranger to you. So my body's a stranger to me, but it's also a bigger body. You know, I don't look like the people that I follow on social media, that you know, the media portrays as being beautiful. So it's a constant barrage of, you know, it's like having a war with yourself all the time. And that's kind of where I am at the moment. I'm kind of at war with myself, like wanting to love who I am because it's what I believe in, but not loving myself because the person in the mirror I don't recognise anymore. I've got to the point where I literally hate everything about myself. I hate my hair. I think my makeup always looks bad in pictures, even though I still post them, and I still force myself to come on camera and, you know, this is me saying I accept myself, even though inside I don't. Anytime I get dressed in real clothes, which is very rare, I hate how I look. I keep buying things because it makes me happy. It's the only thing that makes me happy. Food used to make me happy, but even that has stopped making me happy. I've started to not enjoy the food that I'm eating. So I am not going to be one of these people to say I'm going to lose a load of weight. That's the only way that I'm going to be happy. I'm going to lose a load of weight. It's not. I know it's not. I've lost weight previously and it didn't make me happy. But what I am going to do is focus on taking better care of myself. And my mum's in this with me. I need to get some makeup on or I'm going to be here forever. So I'm going to go in with the BH Cosmetics 80s Remix Dance, and I've just used as a transition, and because I'm doing that lemonade look, I've used the Colourpop It's All Good and this shade Carefree, which is like a very pale lemon. So I've just put that down as a transition, and then I'm going to go in with the shade In the Groove, this beautiful bright yellow, and I'm going to use that on quite a small tapered brush. This is the Morphe M330, and I'm really hoping there's not much fallout. I hate doing my eyes first. I never do my eyes first. I always do my base because I feel like I can't gauge what the look is going to be like when the rest of my base isn't done. So I'm hoping there's not much fallout. So I'm going in within the groove, and I'm just going to start packing this on and blending it out. So yeah, what I was saying was my mum is in this with me. I've shared all this with my mum. We talk all the time, and I know that she's, wow, oh my god, I know that she is feeling exactly the same way as I am. Mum had COVID-19 and was hospitalised. I'm not going to get upset, but we did nearly lose her. It was very touch and go for a while, and she had to give up her job because of COVID. The company that she worked for were very unsupportive of her being in hospital and her recovery. So she is going to go, she wants to go back to work. My mum's a nurse. I don't think she'll ever retire fully, but she feels like I do. She's gained some weight, not going out, sleeping pattern all over the place. Her mobility has decreased, and just generally not feeling herself. And that is the main thing with me. I just don't feel like me anymore, and the fear comes into it because I am genuinely terrified of the world opening back up, going back to normal, and facing the world when I can't face myself at the moment. The thought of going to try like dating again and socialising when I just feel like a bag of shit. Basically, I feel like a bag of shit. I feel I look like a bag of shit, and I just am genuinely terrified about having to face the world again. So I have started to make some moves to make things better. So as of today, I am going to make sure I'm taking my medication properly, because I am pretty bad at taking medication. But I'm going to make sure that I'm taking my medication, make sure I'm drinking 2 litres of water a day, make sure I'm taking my supplements for my immune system. I have a low immune system, so make sure I'm taking my supplements. I've just realised you're really far away. Let me bring you in closer, because this yellow is absolutely stunning. It's like a neon. It's beautiful. So yeah, make sure I'm taking my supplements properly, watching what I'm eating. I'm not a fan of the diet industry. I have been on every diet you can think of, and I think they all result in the same thing. Especially for me, I find that when I go on a diet, like an official diet, like Slimming World, Weight Watchers, I did the Atkins diet, you know, those sort of things, I actually find that I hate myself even more, and I fall into that cycle of self-punishment for eating life-sustaining foods. So not a fan of the diet industry, so I won't be joining Slimming World. I know it works for a lot of people, but it just doesn't work for me. So I am going to be watching what I eat a bit more, focusing on getting more fruit and vegetables in my diet, going gluten-free and dairy-free, because both do help with my condition. Getting into a decent sleeping routine, setting an alarm to go to bed and to get up, and also making sure that I'm moving my body every day. Now, my fitness levels have never been this bad. I am so out of condition because of the sheer lack of activity that I've done over the last couple of years since I stopped working. So I'm starting by doing 10 minutes of gentle exercise a day for a week, and then building up by 5 minutes each time. I also have brought myself some new clothes because I need to start falling in love with the person in the mirror again. I've sworn off men for a while. I just want to be on my own. I've never really been on my own, and I need to just be on my own for a bit. I do believe in that old adage of, how can you expect somebody to love you when you don't love yourself? So that is my main focus now, is falling back in love with myself, and I am in love with this eyeshadow. It is amazing. So that is my plans. That's me sort of opening up to you and sharing how I am feeling at the moment. I feel shit, but I don't intend on feeling shit forever. I'm also having my hair done. I'm having a big change. I'm going back to my roots, and I'm having a good cut. I've got myself some new clothes. We know that I have a lot of new makeup, so I'm working on myself, for myself and by myself, and I am determined that I am going to embrace the end of this hellish pandemic and enjoy it, because I deserve it. And I thought I would come on here and talk about this today because, as I say, I know a lot of people are in the same situation, are probably feeling the same, and I just want you to know you're not alone. Absolutely not alone. And I am a firm believer in the only person that can change your life is yourself. Nobody's going to come and knock on the door and hand you the life that you want, so I've got to work for it. Okay, so I've got this Morphe eyeliner in my shop, my stash. It is falling for green, and the idea that I had is I'm going to do like a sort of a wing shape, and then I want to do like a kind of 1960s style eye where you kind of draw in a fake crease with eyeliner. Obviously in the 60s it was very black, thick liner, like twiggy, but I'm going to do it with green to sort of mimic the look of a lemon, kind of. That's my inspiration, that's my idea. It could be an absolute disaster. So I'm going to bring you in a bit closer I'm going to try and do this on camera, but it may not work. I may have to go off and do it. So I'm not going all the way in. I'm sort of starting from the middle, and then I'm going to bring it out. Creating like a wing. Okay, I can breathe. And now I need to do the faux crease. So if I'm looking straight on, that is where the line needs to be. So I never do anything like this, anything particularly creative. You wouldn't think I was qualified theatrical and media makeup artist, but I am really pushing myself to be more creative and really flex my makeup fingers. There we go. So, kind of like that. Now, what I am going to do is using the 80s palette again and using this shade Chameleon. I am going to use a small brush. This is the Colourpop E9. Nice pointy tapered brush, and I'm going to go over the pencil with that Chameleon shade to make it more smoky. So I'm going to do the line first. So I'm kind of blending over. And now I'm going to go over this line. So I'm just sort of placing the colour on first of all. Like so. And then I'm going to blend. Like that. And I don't want the wing and that line to meet. I do want there to be a space between the two. So now what I'm going to do is go in with the brush that I used with the yellow. Just take a small amount of that yellow and I'm going to just re-intensify that shade under the green. Like so. And then just go at the top over where I put that green shadow, just to blend everything together. Okay, so that is what we are looking like. So what I'm going to do is go off camera, replicate the same on the other side, do my brows and my lashes, and I'll be back. Okay guys, so I've finished my eyes. I've got mascara on. I put the green, same green liner that I did the plotted out, the this with in my waterline, and I've done my brows. All I've done with my brows is I've put some of the got2b shaping wax through them, and then I've just filled in the sparser areas with the brow pencil that's in my Shop My Stash. This is just the Revolution, I think it's like a micro blading brow pencil in the shade medium brown. So I'll just bring you a bit closer so you can see my eyes. I'm actually really pleased with how they've come out. So yeah, I'm pleased with those. And now I'm just going to finish the rest of my face. So for bronzer and highlighter, I'm actually going to use the BH Cosmetics BFF palette. This is the face palette from the BFF collection, and I'm going to use the shade Latina for bronzer, and then this highlighter, which is Sheen. I'm going to do my bronzer using the Zoeva 106 Luxe Face Finish, and this is quite pigmented. Let's just get a bit of a bronze glow to balance this eye out. Okay, and now my highlight. I am going to use quite a fluffy highlight brush. This is the Morphe M438. I'm just going to hit the high points. This is a really pretty highlight shade. In the pan it looks like it's got a pink sheen to it, but that doesn't really translate on the skin. It's a nice neutral like champagne. Okay, and now I'm going to use some of the new Melt Cosmetic cream blushes that I got. I got two. I got the shades, oh, where's the other one? I got the shades Golden Hour and Polished, and these are both ones with a sheen to them. They sold out completely of these on Beauty Bay when they first came out, and some of the shades are still sold out, but I wanted ones. I love a blush that's got a bit of a sheen to it. So this is the shade Golden Hour, and this is the shade Polished, which is more of a vibrant blush. I think today I'm going to go for the shade Golden Hour. This is a complete first impression. I've not even swatched these blushes, so hopefully it's a decent formula that's not going to disturb my foundation. My favourite cream blush brush is the Cream Cheek from Zoeva, and I'm just going straight into the pan. Oh yeah, oh that's a nice formula. It's literally just gliding onto my skin. It's not picking up any of my foundation or anything I have powdered, so it smells really nice as well. Actually, it smells like vanilla. That's gorgeous. Really, really like that. It's a nice subtle peachy colour, so that's a win. And for my lips, I think I'm going to go for just the gloss that's in my Shop My Stash, because there's quite a lot going on the eyes. I don't want to do anything overboard. So I'm just going to use the Colourpop Luxe Gloss in the shade Check-In. This was from the Making Mauves collection. I'm not lining or anything, I'm just literally putting a slick of that gloss on. So that is the finished look. So roundup of the products. Anything that I didn't mention I'll list in the description box of everything else that was on my face. I have used the BFF face palette before, so I knew that that was a winner. The new products that I've used are obviously the 80s palette from BH Cosmetics. I absolutely am blown away by the quality of this. The packaging as well is really weighty and feels quite luxurious, and the pans are huge as well. I mean, you saw how pigmented it was straight onto the eye, so yeah, absolutely love that. I only used these two shades from this palette, and then I've just got a tiny bit of the icy shade from the 90s palette Supermodel, this one here, which is like it's kind of got sort of a peachy shift to it, so I've just got that in the inner corners. And the Melt Cosmetics blush in the shade Golden Hour, absolutely beautiful, love it. I think these are going to be up there with my Fenty and Nude Sticks as being my favourite cream blushes. So that is the look completed, which is the 5th look in my Juicy Fruits series. Obviously this is Lemonade. I'm really happy with how it came out. So thank you so much for watching. Please give me a like, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, hit the notification bell to be reminded on the rare occasion that I post to this channel. Thank you for listening. For anybody who's got through to the end and all my drivel, it does make me a little bit uncomfortable being so open and talking about things like I have, but vulnerability is beautiful, as Marin said. So yeah, I hope that if you are going through something similar to me, that you know you're not alone, that you're loved, you're strong, you're beautiful, you were put on this earth for a reason. Keep loving yourself, keep loving each other. I love you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.